So if you're watching this video right now, odds are that you've been struggling with dating for some time now. Whether you've just recently decided to try to improve this area of your life, or you've been at it for some time. I also know one thing for certain. Everyone watching knows men or women who have been struggling to get any kind of success in their dating lives for quite a long time. And it's frustrating to experience, and it's painful to see in others. For so many people, getting what you want in your dating life seems like a frustrating journey with seemingly no obvious solution. As a dating coach for over 13 years, I want to talk about this today. I want to give some answers and hopefully some much needed insight. So, first of all, I want to make something clear. It isn't just men suffering with dating, and it isn't just women. Both genders struggle more or less equally, but in very different ways. For some women, it's that they can't seem to stop finding guys who end up treating them like rubbish. For others, it's that every man they meet seems to only want something casual and nothing else. For others, it's that men just don't seem to be interested at all. Likewise, for some men, it's that most women just want to be their friends. Or women only seem to want to date them and they're in a space where they want to take things casually. Or that women seem to dismiss them within seconds of meeting them. Or it could be something totally different. But regardless of how you're struggling, the underlying why and WTF is the solution, emotional roller coaster, is always the same. So the first biggest culprit is that we tend to simplify the problem. In other words, we only see the tip of the iceberg. A woman may think, I just need to start meeting a better kind of guy. I need to ask more screening questions and be more strict about who I let into my life. I need to go to different kinds of places socially where better kinds of men tend to hang out. A man may think, I just need to learn better flirting techniques and have some good jokes under my belt. Also, I need to have a good way to sexually escalate that doesn't make things awkward and scare women off. Okay, I just want to point out the really bitter irony here. Any men watching right now will see the woman's simple solution and scoff with scorn at how stupid that is and unlikely to work. But don't be too cocky, because women watching right now are feeling just as scornful about men's simplistic solution examples. Like, how could a man possibly think that's going to fix things? We can see the obvious in the other gender, but we struggle to see it in our own. The truth is, for most of us, our struggles in dating are just a symptom of much deeper stuff we have going on. And no amount of superficial shifts are going to change your outcomes in any meaningful way. And it's frustrating because many of us who struggle with dating know people who are way less emotionally mature than we are and have done way less work on themselves and are getting all the success in dating that we're dreaming of. Once that frustration wears off, however, it also becomes easy to assume that the problem doesn't lie with our emotional health, because clearly others who are far worse off than us are doing better. It's a bit like anxiety disorders. I've struggled with anxiety a lot of my life, and yet I know people with far more messed up childhoods who have done far less work on themselves, who wouldn't know what anxiety was if it slapped them in the face. And yet, here I am being the one suffering with anxiety. So you can just be unlucky, and you still have unresolved stuff that just happens to make dating very hard for you. And as much as you've grown as a human so far, this hasn't come unstuck. It's what I call the bad smell problem. Imagine if you are the ideal dateable specimen for your gender and sexual preference, except you smell absolutely disgusting. So no matter who you meet, they're going to get turned off because smell hits us at such a primal place, and bad smell kills sexual desire. But smell is obvious, and at some point in our lives, someone is going to point it out so we can fix it. Instead of a smell, it's something else. Something that is too subtle for most people to pinpoint exactly, but they know it's just not for them. Or it's something in yourself that targets the wrong people consistently. I see this all the time in men and women, targeting men or women who will treat them badly. So it becomes easy to assume all men or all women are bad eggs, because all men or women they meet are indeed harmful individuals. So where am I going with all of this? If dating feels hard and frustrating, it's a sure sign that there's still more going on deep below the surface that needs attention. That might not be the answer you want, but it's the answer that you need. Trying to force yourself to just do or say the right things won't help until you're already in the right space emotionally. If you're a man, for example, and the fear of talking to women is high, and you place them on a pedestal, and you constantly find yourself supplicating to women, this isn't a skill gap you have. It's an emotional proposition of self-value as a man. If you're a woman and every man you date repeats a pattern of emotionally abusive behavior, it's not where you're meeting these men, and it's not your communication skills, and it's not your de-escalation abilities that are to blame. It's your internal traumas and values seeking a partner with mirroring traumas and values of their own. The world is already full of good men and women. There isn't a lack of quality people to date. Now, I know this because I have the advantage of getting a bird's eye view, working with thousands of clients around the world, watching the variety of different struggles that are going on all the time. I also understand that this can be really frustrating feedback. Many of you watching will have already been working on yourselves, and it can feel unfair and impossible. It certainly is unfair, but it's not impossible. When you are in a better position to be dating, you'll feel better in life in general. We all should be on a path of personal growth. So look at this as inspiration that others don't have. Because I'll tell you right now, most people don't grow so much. They can't be bothered. Life gets in the way. They make excuses. And as a result, they live lives of quiet desperation. Truly, most people aren't that happy. They just make do. But for most of us in this video right now, our romantic and sex lives are pretty damn important. So perhaps it helps to feel grateful that you were given the inspiration to build a better quality life. But on that note, I want to say one last critical thing. Most of us on a path of self-development stick to one particular path. We have one therapist we've been seeing for years, or we solely use yoga or meditation to find answers to personal questions, or we solely rely on matchmakers or dating coaches, etc. But this isn't the best route to take. In fact, it can easily become one way you can ensure you might never find the answers you're looking for. You need to constantly be exploring new forms of self-discovery, things that are outside of the comfort zone. And I can't emphasize that enough. If they weren't outside your comfort zone, they likely wouldn't have much to teach you. This is truly the fastest path to self-growth, and the fastest path to getting what you want from your dating life. So I don't think I've given anyone watching the answers they wanted, but I promise that it's the answers you need. Stop putting all your energy into dating. Don't become a better version of yourself so that others will like you more. Start working on yourself, because self-growth feels amazing all by itself, because you want to be happier in your life with or without a romantic or sexual partner. Because working on yourself will improve all aspects of your life. Your dating life will improve organically as a result, but it just won't happen as fast as you'd like it to. Now, I welcome your thoughts in the comments below, right? Has this struck a chord for you? Is this something you're going to take to heart? Or did it hit a nerve and make you want to lash out at myself or others? As always, take care, stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos.